we are here with Joe Hamilton, is the writer and reader of Climbing Mount Rumsfeld. Can you tell us what the show is about?
Sure. The show is the story of back in 2007 when I wrote the first play that I wrote with a group of actors that I worked with. And while we were writing that play, I used a quote from Donald Rumsfeld. It's sort of infamous about what we can know, the known knowns and the known unknowns. And I put it into the play. And so this story tells that story, and also I wrap it into a story about my move from Montreal to here in Toronto, where I live now with my wife. So the play was an interrogation. It's a two-hander, so two people on the stage, and one is interviewing the other one. She seems to be, at the beginning it's hard to tell why she is there, but he's asking her a lot of questions. And as he was asking her questions, and when I was starting to write it, I found that he was a very suspicious guy, you know, and nothing ever satisfied him. And it made me think of the Rumsfeld quote. And so I gave the Rumsfeld quote to the character. And from then on, like the play sort of started to really move after that, because I started to understand a little bit more where he was coming from. Well, we had a real life example, put it that way. So that's how I used it. I've had a lot of time to think about it, and now I think I'm more confused than ever. As a reason or as an answer to a question about something that involves something like an invasion or whether there are weapons of mass destruction, it's a completely unacceptable answer, because of course you can just always say, well, we don't know, so we'll go and find out. And you know, you can't send armies around on the basis of this kind of rationale. As a sort of philosophical or perhaps a theory of questioning, I suppose there might be something to think about. I've actually read a couple of defenses now of the Rumsfeld quote, where people who are logicians will describe it as syntactically accurate and a closed circuit idea, so that it actually does make sense and fulfill a concept. But to me, it's an interesting thing to muse upon, but it shouldn't be an answer at a press conference when someone's asking you about weapons of mass destruction. Okay. Oh, well, enjoy the experience, because really the Fringe is an opportunity for, well, I heard someone call it the most democratic platform for art, just because it's random, you could be accepted, and no one tells you what to do. So I would take advantage of that situation, try some things. It's a place for experimentation. So make sure if you have some ideas that might seem a little outside of what's normally considered, you should go for it, because this is the time. And find out, and you never know. That's when you find the big one, the one that works, and that's very exciting. So that's what I would say, and don't stay up too late. It's very difficult, especially the actors.